Hi everyone, welcome back to the Love and Tools Homestead. Today we are going to cut our seed potatoes into little seedlings that are ready for the garden. So this is how we're going to prep them. So first we're going to go through and find the ones that have multiple eyes on it. And what is an eye? So these are like little eyes that grow on the potato. When you cut one of these off, this will turn into a plant once it's planted in the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide this into different sections. I know some people's rule of thumb is 4 or more or whatever. I like to do at least 2, but if it's already good like this, I might just do 1, and that's fine with me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut them and put them in this box, and then I'm going to bring them over to my drying shelf where they will dry and sit for about a week just to make sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this. We're going to cut this one. Make sure you don't mess any of the other ones up. I like to make sure it's at least 1 inch thick wide. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this in here, and that's going to dry. So let's see what other ones we can cut. Right down the middle. And I'll make that a separate piece. And I'll leave that on there because that's pretty small, so just in case. And I'll leave this as a whole piece like that. So now we're going to go through this huge box that I have going on. This one I'll leave by itself. And then I'll have a box for that. Let's make it easier. Okay, this one has a whole bunch of little ones on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it this way. That one like that. And that one like that. Next one up. Okay, this one's almost like one on this one. So I'm just cut it right in half. And each of these eyes are going to be its own plant. So once you get through a big box, you're like, oh, I only have 10 of them. But once you get them all cut up, you actually have a decent amount. Okay, so this is a nice one. This one? This one's small enough, I'm just going to leave it. Same with these ones. This one has a whole bunch on, so let's see what we can. It's going to cut it in half. Got a little weird one right there that can go over there. baby ones. These ones have some nice long ones. This is a good one too. This is going to make it so much easier when we go to plant it, because we're just plant the cut side down and it will grow really well. Just gotta be careful because we got one on the back end here. These are working out perfect. This guy's good. This one's good too. Okay, I'm good. It's not hard to see what it is. It's pretty small, but I'm gonna go anywhere, so or the ball. Good with these. Good. Sounds good. Look at this, Emily. You know it's all that. What's this one? Maybe put this box more so you can actually see what we're looking at. That one's. Well, that can be cut. Let's back this back a little bit. Okay. This one's really cut. Look at my hands. They're really good. I think I've seen it happen before. Anyway, now, so I'm sure I'm going to figure it out. Maybe not even if I'm going to wait. Okay, sorry, okay. Well, do you guys do this? When I go. Yeah, okay. More ones. All right, I'll purchase. Which one is? One here. Alright, over these. Okay, we'll do it. I want to cut this just because it's just so big. Alright, we're taking these to the curing rack now. Alright, so we're bringing all our cut seeds for our potatoes over here. So the trick to this is you do not want your potatoes to be in a sunny spot. They will turn green, go rotten, not good. So you want it in a dark, airy spot because we want these potatoes to form scabs on them to basically cure them so they don't get all moldy and gross when we put them in the ground. Because if you put them in the ground like this, you have a really good chance of your tomato getting just rotten and then nothing grows at all. So this is a really good way to get them all cut up and take advantage of your potatoes with multiple buds or eyes on them. So we're gonna go ahead and put them in here. I'm gonna put them face down. This is just a wire wrap that I have on here, and then it's gonna air out. Actually, I meant to say I'm gonna put these face up. So the other part face down. So Okay, now we're gonna go to our next drawer. So right here we have 131 just in this drawer. So let's go to the next one, which I started putting my canning stuff in here because I need more room. Okay, so we have 197 right here. I'm gonna get the ones that we didn't have to cut and put them over here. I do not want them touching these ones because you just don't want them to mold. Okay, so we have 295 seedlings for next year of white russet potatoes. So yeah, 297, I don't know what I just said. Okay, anyway, so we're gonna go cut our red potatoes. All right, so now we're gonna go through this side with the red potatoes, and I have some random sweet potatoes I'm just gonna put over here, that's fine. So let's go through these ones. So that one just has one. These ones did not do as well last year, so okay, so we got 90 of these ones. So altogether, that's a pretty good turnout. Last year we did 200. This year I want to do around 400. So it's not perfectly lined, but it's better than nothing. Okay, now we're coming over here to put them in the curing rack. We'll probably fit a lot more in here, so I squeeze them in here. Miss Lola helping me. Okay, so these are going to cure for 1 week, and we'll be back in a week to check on them. Okay, so it's been a few weeks. So you can see that some of them have the scab on them for the potatoes. So these are perfect for planting. Some of them actually did get mold on them, so I'm a little bit confused about that. I've never had this happen with me drying them out, so that's a little weird. So I'm gonna have to go through and kind of see what was the cause of that. I know our temperature really fluctuated a lot this week. Like this one, I'm gonna have to throw that away. It's pretty gross. So I'm gonna have to go through these and pick out those ones and throw them away. But other than that, we still got a good amount. It wasn't all of them. So I would say about 15% of them got the mold on them. But other than that, these are all ready for planting season. So I'll just leave them in here and keep them and then storing them until we're ready to plant. I am zone 6A, so I'm ready to plant in the beginning of April. So I like to get this done in the beginning of March. Cut them, dry them, get them ready so they're ready to go in the ground in April, so I'm not scrambling around the week before trying to get it all done. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Like and subscribe. See you next time.